Alright, isn't it back? Are we back?
And choice, of course. The devil.
Alright, I don't know. People keep turning on too many fucking things and it's blowing fuses.
Ha ha ha, but you know there is no such thing as choice in
Anyways, we're back.
Say what you like, you will interpose with a chuckle. Science has succeeded in so far analyzing man that we know already that choice and what is called freedom of will is nothing else than... Stay, gentlemen. I meant to begin with that myself, I confess. I was rather frightened. I was just going to say that the devil only knows what choice depends on, and that perhaps that was a very good thing. But I remembered the teaching of science and pulled myself up. And here you have begun upon it. Indeed, if there really is some day discovered a formula for all our desires and caprices, that is, an explanation of what they depend on, by what laws they arise, how they develop, what they are aiming at in one case and in another, and so on, that is a real mathematical formula, then, most likely, man will at once cease to feel desire. Indeed, he will be certain to. For who would want to choose by rule? Besides, he will at once be transformed from a human being into an organ stop or something of the sort. For what is a man without desires, without free will, and without choice, if not a stop in an organ? What do you think? Let us reckon the chances. Can such a thing happen or not? You decide. Our choice is usually mistaken from a false view of our advantage. We sometimes choose absolute nonsense because in our foolishness we see in that nonsense the easiest means for attaining a supposed advantage. But when all that is explained and worked out on paper, which is perfectly possible, for it is...
I just can't get this fucking hair. Why can I not get this hair?
Some laws of nature man will never understand. Then certainly so-called desires will no longer exist. For if a desire should come into conflict with reason, we shall then reason...
Oh, I need to look for more references.
Because it will be impossible retaining our reason to be senseless in our desires, and in that way knowingly act against reason and desire to injure ourselves. And as all choice and reasoning can be really calculated, because there will some day be discovered the laws of our so-called free will, so, joking apart, there may one day be something like a table constructed of them, so that we really shall choose in accordance with it. If, for instance, some day they calculate and prove to me that I made a long nose at someone because I could not help making a long nose at him, and that I had to do it in that particular way, what freedom is left to me, especially if I am a learned man and have taken my degree somewhere? Then I should be able to calculate my whole life for 30 years beforehand. In short, if this could be arranged, there would be nothing left for us to do. Anyway, we should have to understand that. And, in fact, we ought unwearyingly to repeat to ourselves that at such and such a time and in such circumstances, nature does not ask our leave, that we have got to take her as she is, and not fashion her to suit our fancy. And if we really aspire to formulas and tables of rules, and, well, even to the chemical retort, there's no help for it. We must accept the retort too, or else it will be accepted without our consent. Yes, but here I come to a stop. Gentlemen, you must excuse me for being over-philosophical. It's the result of 40 years underground. Allow me to indulge my fancy. You see, gentlemen, reason is an excellent thing. There's no disputing that. But reason is nothing but reason, and satisfies only the rational side of man's nature, while will is a manifestation of the whole life, that is, of the whole human life, including reason and all the impulses. And although our life, in this manifestation of it, is often worthless, yet it is life, and not simply extracting square roots. Here I, for instance, quite naturally want to live, in order to satisfy all my capacities for life, and not simply my capacity for reasoning, that is, not simply 1/20th of my capacity for life. What does reason know? Reason only knows what it has succeeded in learning. Something perhaps it will never learn. It's a poor comfort, but why not say so frankly?
I just can't fucking get this hair, and it's pissing me off.
Everything that is in it, consciously or unconsciously, and even if it goes wrong, it lives. I suspect, gentlemen, that you are looking...
I'm just gonna work on the rest of the body. This is getting on nerves. We'll come back to it.
An enlightened and developed man, such in short as the future man will be, cannot consciously desire anything disadvantage to himself. That can be proved mathematically. I thoroughly agree. It can, by mathematics. But I repeat for the 100th time, there is one case, one only, when man may consciously, purposely, desire what is injurious to himself, what is stupid, very stupid, simply in order to have the right to desire for himself even what is very stupid, and not to be bound by an obligation to desire only what is sensible. Of course, this very stupid thing, this caprice of ours, may be in reality, gentlemen, more advantageous for us than anything else on earth, especially in certain cases. And in particular, it may be more advantageous than any advantage, even when it does us obvious harm, and contradicts the soundest conclusions of our reason concerning our advantage. For in any circumstances, it preserves for us what is most precious and most important. That is, our personality, our individuality. Some, you see, maintain that this really is the most precious thing for mankind. Choice can, of course, if it chooses, be in agreement with reason, and especially if this be not absurd but kept within bounds.
I just need to get the head. I just can't get the fucking head for some reason.
Praiseworthy. But very often, and even most often, choice is utterly and stubbornly opposed to reason. And do you know that too is profitable, sometimes even praiseworthy? Gentlemen, let us suppose that man is not stupid. Indeed, one cannot refuse to suppose that, if only from the one consideration that if man is stupid, then who is wise? But if he is not stupid, he is monstrously ungrateful, phenomenally ungrateful. In fact, I believe that the best definition of man is the ungrateful biped. But that is not all. That is not his worst defect. His worst defect is his perpetual moral obliquity. Perpetual, from the days of the flood to the Schleswig-Holstein period. Moral obliquity and consequently lack of good sense, for it has long been accepted that lack of good sense is due to no other cause than moral obliquity. But put it to the test and cast your eyes upon the history of mankind. What will you see? Is it a grand spectacle? Grand, if you like. Take the Colossus of Rhodes, for instance. That's worth something. With good reason, Mr. Anievsky testifies of it that some say that it is...
Maybe because these here are too big, maybe? That's probably why.
Others maintain that it has been created by nature herself. Is it many-colored? Maybe it is many-colored, too. If one takes the dress uniforms, military and civilian, of all peoples in all ages, that alone is worth something. And if you take the undress uniforms, you will never get to the end of it. No historian would be equal to the job. Is it monotonous? Maybe.
Okay, that's workable.
It's fighting and fighting. They are fighting now. They fought first, they fought last. You will admit that it is almost too monotonous. In short, one may say anything about the history of the world, anything that might enter the most disordered imagination. The only thing one can't say is that it's rational. The very word sticks in one's throat. And indeed, this is the odd thing that is continually happening. There are continually turning up in life moral and rational persons, sages and lovers of humanity, who make it their object to live all their lives as morally and rationally as possible, to be, so to speak,
yeah, I'm not liking that at all. Because it's hard, because I'm very limited on space, and the big thing with this style is the eyes. They're very simple, but it's the shapes that bring them out. And I do not have room to do these shapes, it seems.
Or later have been false to themselves, playing some queer trick, often a most unseemly one. Now, I ask you, What can be expected of man, since he is a being endowed with strange qualities? Shower upon him every earthly blessing. Drown him in a sea of happiness, so that nothing but bubbles of bliss can be seen on the surface. Give him economic prosperity, such that he should have nothing else to do but sleep, eat cakes, and busy himself with the continuation of his species. And even then, out of sheer ingratitude, sheer spite, man would play you some nasty trick. He would even risk his cakes, and would deliberately desire the most fatal rubbish, the most uneconomical absurdity, simply to introduce into all this positive good sense his fatal fantastic element. It is just his fantastic dreams, his vulgar folly, that he will desire to retain, simply in order to prove to himself, as though that were so necessary, that men still are men, and not the keys of a piano, which the laws of nature threaten to control so completely that soon one will be able to desire nothing but by the calendar. And that is not all. Even if man really were nothing but a piano key, even if this were proved to him by natural science and mathematics, even then he would not become reasonable, but would purposely do something perverse out of simple ingratitude, simply to gain his point. And if he does not find means, he will contrive destruction and chaos, will contrive sufferings of all sorts, only to gain his point. He will launch a curse upon the world, and as only man can curse, it is his privilege, the primary distinction between him and other animals. May be by his curse alone he will attain his object, that is, convince himself that he is a man and not a piano key.
These eyes are going to piss me off.
Too can be calculated and tabulated, chaos and darkness and curses, so that the mere possibility of calculating it all beforehand would stop it all, and reason would reassert itself, then man would purposely go mad in order to be rid of reason and gain his point. I believe in it. I answer for it. For the whole work of man really seems to consist in nothing but proving to himself every minute that he is a man and not a piano key. It may be at the cost of his skin. It may be by cannibalism. And this being so, can one help being tempted to rejoice that it is not yet come off, and that desire still depends on something we don't know? You can scream at me. That is, if you condescend to do so.
Yeah, but my limited space makes the face really hard to look good. Like, here I can shape. Here I can shape. Like, the arms, legs, and all. Like, the entire body I can shape. The head overall I can shape, but the fucking lips and the eyes are the hardest part to convince people of.
What sort of free will is left when we come to tabulation and arithmetic, when it will all be a case of twice 2 make 4? Twice 2 makes 4 without my will, as if free will meant that. 9. Gentlemen, I am joking, and I know myself that my jokes are not brilliant, but you know one can take everything as a joke. I am
Oh god, that's horrible.
against the grain. Gentlemen, I am tormented by questions. Answer them for me. You, for instance, want to cure men of their old habits and reform their will in accordance with science and good sense. But how do you know not only that it is possible, but also that it is desirable to reform man in that way? And what leads you to the conclusion that man's inclinations need reforming? In short, how do you know that such a reformation will be a benefit to man? And to go to the...
And you have to do a different nose style, because Jack, he just has a straight rectangle for a nose. Her, she just has, like, instead of doing the bridge, on her does the nostril. That's a bit annoying.
Always advantageous for man and must always be a law for mankind. So far, you know, this is only your supposition. It may be the law of logic, but not the law of humanity. You think, gentlemen, perhaps, that I am mad. Allow me to defend myself. I agree that man is preeminently a creative animal, predestined to strive consciously for an object and to engage in engineering, that is, incessantly and eternally to make new roads. wherever they may lead. But the reason why he wants sometimes to go off at a tangent may just be that he is predestined to make the road, and perhaps, too, that however stupid the direct practical man might be, the thought sometimes will occur to him that the road almost always does lead somewhere, and that the destination it leads to is less important than the process of making it, and that the chief thing is to save the well-conducted child from despised engineering, and so giving way to the fatal idleness which, as we all know, is the mother of all the vices. Man likes to make roads and to create. That is a fact beyond dispute. But why has he such a passionate love for destruction and chaos? Tell me that.
Oh god, this is fucking hard.
I want to say a couple of words myself. May it not?
It's getting better, but
chaos and destruction. There can be no disputing that he does sometimes love it, because he is instinctively afraid of attaining his object.
like, there's nothing here that really says it's the character. This is like a big pixel blob. Hello, Sitsei. Greetings, Sitsei. How are we today? I am working on Ashi from Samurai Jack. How are we? How are we today? It's due to my also listen to audiobook, listen to Notes from the Underground as well. Yeah, I'm having problems because of low resolution. It's not like it's mainly low resolution. It's very hard. Like, for example, Ashi's eyes, if I had no size limits, it'd be like, you know, just a diamond, typically, you know. I'm just gonna be rough with it, I'm not gonna be exact, but you know, I got your little diamond here, get your little circle, you know, it's like that, you know. Like that. I have this much space to work with, and it's all black. So, yeah. It's such a pain in the ass. So as we're playing D&D, but our DM is late. Oh, I see. That is unfortunate. Not as late as I've been. I've been delaying getting work done on that regard. Largely because at the last, I was going to do it yesterday, but at the last minute I had friends come up and say, because I had a friend, well, his father died, the picture I drew earlier, but also he broke up with his girlfriend literally a week after his father died. So, yeah, we just hung out with him all day yesterday, so, yeah. Fun stuff. Fun. But no, this stuff is a big pain. Big pain. Okay, that helps. I can kind of see that. Don't see the rest here, though. I have to play with it. I have to play with it a bit to really get... no. That's probably the closest I'm going to get right there. That's probably the closest I'm going to get. The thing, problem is those, because this black, I'll probably have to do like a darker black and a lighter black to this. Let me get the audiobook back on.
Ants, the sheep, and so on. Now, the ants have quite a different taste. They have a marvelous edifice of that pattern which endures forever. The ant heap. With the ant heap, the respectable race of ants began, and with the ant heap they will probably end, which does the greatest credit to their perseverance.
No, too twiggy. I might have to take the torso and drag it down a bit. Because my duty style. Also, I'm not sure about this here. Style-wise, I'm not sure about this here for the style. Not necessarily like normal drawing, just the style.
Perhaps the only goal on earth to which
I don't know. I have to play around with it. I just want to get this face sold first. Wait, is that really the best I can do? Let me look at my Jack one. Oh, this here I had plenty of room.
Expressed as a formula, as positive as 2 × 2 = 4. And such positiveness is not life, gentlemen. It is the beginning of death.
I mean, I could maybe make the face a little wider this way. Maybe that'll give me a little more room to work with.
I am afraid of it now.
Like this here, in my opinion, is almost perfect. Like, the only error I can see is like right here. Maybe delete that, and that's about it. This here is like perfect.
But to succeed,
this here, yeah.
Dreads, I assure you.
I was hoping I'd get this one done a lot quicker.
There will be nothing for him to look for. When workmen have finished their work day, they do at least receive their pay. They go to the tavern. Then they are taken to the police station, and there is occupation for a week.
Indeed it did. I have Jacques, and then I have Blob. This is Nashi, this is Blob.
When he has attained
Blob.
objects. He
My name is
loves
Blob.
the process of attaining, but does not quite like to have attained. And that, of course,
Like the figure right here, the bottom I can work with. The leg, you just mold those. The arms, you just mold them. There's not anything special there. The upper torso, maybe a few tweaks here and there, it'll be fine. It's the fucking face I'm just stuck on.
Twice 2 makes 4 seems to me simply a piece
Yeah,
of
Blob.
insolence.
Blob.
Twice 2 makes 4 is a pert coxcomb who stands with arms akimbo, barring your path and spitting. I admit that twice 2 makes 4 is an excellent thing, but if we are to give everything its due, twice 2.
I think what made Jacques easy was he has a lot of rectangles, whereas her, she's all curves for obvious reasons. Usually more feminine characters use a lot more curves, like circles and such. Whereas him is just, like for example, his nose is just this, whereas her nose, instead of doing the bridge, they just do the nostrils.
It's not reason in error.
Which I can't do here, obviously. It looks fucking weird. I can't do that either, so I just have to not do a nose on her. What if I made her eyes bigger? Just give her big eyes, even though it's not exact the character. Okay, because it would still work in theory, big eyes. Let me... Okay. Maybe stylize it my own style a little bit more. Not exactly my style, but whatever.
As far as my personal opinion is
okay,
only for well-being.
If there's just a way I could angle it a bit more. Maybe if I just push these over. Okay, that helps. That helps. Because that is the one thing when you're doing like pixel art. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's the thing with these pixel art is when you have limited space, you kind of have to play around with it and kind of experiment. That is a really good thing of pixel art though, because it teaches you to work with your limitations, which usually results in creativity.
Negation, and what would be the good of a palace of crystal if there could be any doubt about it? And yet, I think man will never renounce real suffering. That is destruction.
Get this eye here. Of course, you're not going to see as much of this eye due to how the face is, but
so I did lay it down at the beginning.
It does make it annoying when you have black hair. Let's just make this red, just to see it, and then we'll work with colors later to kind of bring it out.
Consciousness, for instance, is infinitely superior to twice 2 makes 4.
So if we did do the old one I just had earlier.
There is nothing left to do or to understand.
No, that doesn't. Let's see if we can do something to get a diamond shape. Oh, there we go. Okay, that solves it right there.
Well, if you stick to consciousness, even though
yeah, just do the normal brow there. Well, not that I have to, but I was curious. No, that's ugly. Yeah, it's fucking ugly. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's terrible. Do I even need this spot there? I mean, I could. Yeah, we'll just keep that removed.
You believe in a palace of crystal that could never be destroyed. A palace that which one will not be able to put out one's tongue or make a long nose.
Okay, that looks a lot better. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better. Now I need to do the fucking hair. And I'm kind of surprised the hair was getting much... I mean, obviously Jack's just square. It's not a hair, it's just a big fucking square. But,
You see, if it were not a palace...
I don't know why I'm surprised I'm having so much trouble with her hair. I don't even know why. Because, like, yeah, it has a few frills to it, but it's not really complicated. It's just, you got 2 strands going down here, 2 strands a little to the left, not exact center, but a little to the left, and then you have 3 strands kind of poking out.
Yes, if one had to live simply to keep us afraid. But what is to be done?
Shorten that down a little more, maybe like here.
That is not the only object in life, and that if one must live, one had better live in a mansion. That is my choice, my desire. You will only eradicate it when you have changed my preference.
Hello, Strudel Doodle.
Well,
over on Kick. Little Strudel dudes. How are we? Welcome to hell. The only art you cannot do. I get a lot of, like, normal, like, digital art, like Sid say, Funwalker over here is, like, they're really, really good at art, but like, I can't do pixel art. I'm like, how? It's not that hard. It really isn't. I'd say the skill floor of pixel art's a lot lower than, like, digital art. Or even, like, traditional art, like normal stuff. The skill floor is a lot lower. Skill ceiling's about the same, though, because you can do a lot of crazy shit with pixel art. Pixel's hard.
laugh away. I will put up with any mockery rather than pretend that I am satisfied when I am hungry. I know anyway that I will not be put off with a compromise, with a recurring zero, simply because it is consistent with the laws of nature and actually exists.
It's dumbing down a lot of details, it does. Like, I could do it, but it's not up to my standards, yeah. Dumbing down a ton of details. It is. I find a really good pixel artist, though, they know how to do it in certain ways where it really brings it out and doesn't look as bad. We don't mispaint pixel art, well, there you go.
You will say, perhaps, that it is not worth your trouble, but in that case, I can give you the same answer.
Oh, maybe if I shift this one pixel over there.
But if you won't deign to
I need to do... Oh, it just says browse, too. It's so annoying. There's so much black here. I hate it when you get such tiny space and you have so much black to work with. Let me... Oh my god.
Then bring one brick to such a building. Don't remind me that I have just rejected the palace of crystal for
Let me just do like a simple...
that one cannot put out one's tongue at it.
I might just not even do the browse, just because everything's so crowded over here with black. What's the comic book style? Like Batman black and white comic book. And you can't do pixel art? No, I think you literally just need to sit down like a few days, you'll get it. It's really not that hard in my opinion. It really isn't. It only gets difficult if you're doing like really low resolution like this. Like there's a lot of it's a cartoon character. They don't have that much detail in their face. It's just the details are so small and subtle, and I just happen to not really have much room for it. Like I had to stylize the eyes a little differently than the actual thing is. You've done it 6 times. And how'd that go?
I do not believe it.
It's irritating. I see. I could do a thing where the brows are outside the hair. That style kind of annoys me. I don't really like that too much, but if it makes it look better, I will. No, that's fucking horrible there.
When we do come out into the light of day and break out, we talk and talk and talk. 11. The long and short of it is, gentlemen, that it is better to do nothing. Better conscious inertia. And so, hurrah for underground. Though I have said that I envy the normal man to the last drop of my bile, yet I shall not care to be in his place.
Looks too flat though when I do it like that.
I shall not cease envying him. No.
It looks way too flat.
Underground life is more advantageous. There, at any rate, one can... Oh, but even now I am...
It's the brows that make it look flat. I don't even know why. Again, if I push this one over, then it blends with the eyelashes.
Quite different. For which I am thirsting, but which
so maybe if I just...
underground. I will tell you another thing that would be better. And that is, if I myself believed in anything...
Maybe work with that, but then we have the hair. And the hair's the big thing. You have to have the hair. You can't go without the hair on this character.
Not one word of what I have written that I really believe. That is, I believe it, perhaps, but at the same time, I feel and suspect...
But now it's too far up. You want the hair to come down.
Then why have you written all this, you will say to me. I ought to put you...
Like, the face is too long. Maybe I need to grab the entire head and just bring it down 1 pixel.
You in your cellar to find out what stage you have reached. How can a man be left with nothing to do for 40 years? Isn't that shameful? Isn't that humiliating? You will say, perhaps, wagging your heads contemptuously.
Maybe grab hair, bring the hair down 1.
And try to settle the problems of life by a logical tangle. And how persistent, how insolent are your sallies. And at the same time, what a scare you are in. You talk nonsense and
I think this side's here too sharp. I need to maybe bring the cheeks out a little more.
Alarm and apologizing for them. You declare
okay.
That you are
Dark Flame! Look, it's the adorable Spot Witch. Everybody, witness the adorable thing. How are we, Dark Flame? Oh, I should have shouted out Autoglitchy. I didn't. I'm sorry, Sensei. I should have shouted out Autoglitchy. If you're still around by then, Dark Flame, and the cooldown goes off, we get a shout out for Autoglitchy as well. Because I didn't do it. I should have done it.
Out of your pettiest vanity,
okay, I think we have to stylize this beyond... This will not be the Samurai Jack style. I'm going to bring the cheeks out a little more, and I think that will help a lot.
Because you have not the resolution to utter it, and only have a cowardly impudence. You boast of consciousness, but you are not sure of your ground. For though your mind works, yet your heart is darkened and corrupt. You cannot have a full, genuine consciousness.
Okay, they may not like that. That's a little too much.
And how intrusive you are, how you insist and grimace.
And no, never mind. I guess I can't really do that. Sleepy. For who? Octoglitchy. As for Funwalker, Sitsei.
From underground. I have been for 40 years listening to you through a crack under the floor. I have invented them myself. There was nothing else I could invent. It is no wonder that I have learnt it by heart, and it has taken a literary form. But can you really be so credulous?
I think I need to skinny the torso a little more, maybe bring it down one. Because it's literally like her body's like, in the style, it's kind of like, it's like, you know, really tiny torso. Like this, or sorry, really like sharp torso. Like that roughly, and then you got, you know, obviously you got the waist, not like that. Like a circle there, and so on. Legs and so on. Oops. But, I do like that, remove that, thin out the neck a little bit. I need to work on this part of the torso a little bit. Let me close off for a minute. Maybe trim this side off, maybe that will help. Just emphasize, because it's very thin, like toothpick thin torso in this style.
But there are other things which a man is afraid to tell even to himself, and every decent man has
maybe shrink the chest a little bit. Like right here, just trim off down a little. Yeah.
Anyway, I have only lately determined to remember.
I'll tell. I need to move the arm so I can see the torso itself. Let's move the arm real quick for a second. Actually, no, it's on its own there. Just no, not you. Move the arm. There we go.
Decided to write an account of them. I want to try the experiment whether one can, even with oneself, be perfectly open and not take fright at the whole truth. I will observe, in parentheses, that Heine says that a true autobiography is almost an impossibility, and that man is bound to lie about himself. He can
I mean, it works.
certainly told lies about himself and
One thing, especially because like, the arm does kind of block it a little bit. I think what I'm really trying to find is this here. Coming down a little more. Do I need it like this? That looks so weird. It looks so fucking weird. Because the... Because the breast of this character will just little like little a lot tinier than, like, say pixel art wise, be like that, like little tiny things. So I guess we're good here. I guess we're just going to settle for that for right now. I would presume, because you don't really see the side here, I presume there's probably
I shall not attempt any system or method. I will jot
a little bit of skin right there, not much. The other arm, because I'm not using the character, I'm using a model reference for it. The other arm's not really seen. If I wanted to, I can make it to where the other arm comes and collapse the hand of this one, or whatever else I'd like to do. Or I can just keep it hidden and, you know, save myself time. I honestly think this is like the closest I'm going to get with the face. However, oh wait, I need to fix this right here, though.
Perhaps it is simply that I am a coward, and perhaps that I purposely imagine an audience before me in order that I may be more dignified while I write. There are perhaps thousands of reasons. Again, what is the object precisely?
If I thin the... Oh no, they're kind of fat on this character, these little strands of hair.
Should I not simply recall these incidents in my own mind without putting them on paper? Quite so.
Alright, I'm trying to think is... I need something to measure real quick.
There is something more.
Is the torso too tall?
I shall be better.
Because this is very style, you know, because normally the legs would be roughly like...
Besides,
you know, if you took your leg off and measured to your body, roughly speaking, it'd be about the foot to the top of your thigh would be either same height as your pelvis to top of your head, or a bit, a few inches, or maybe even a foot bigger or taller. This one here, the upper body's a lot smaller than the lower body.
I have hundreds of such reminiscences.
That's kind of what I have to keep in mind here. Matter of fact, let's just measure this real quick. We'll just measure it.
For some reason, I believe that if I write it down, I should get rid of it. Why not try? Besides, I am bored, and I never have anything to do. Writing will be a sort of work. They say work makes
It's hard to tell, because it kind of... yeah, seems about right to what the character's proportions is in the style.
Snow is falling today.
Because it's like,
It fell yesterday
okay.
and a few days ago.
Alright, so let me just look for a minute, see if there's anything that needs to be adjusted. Probably this arm needs to be... I need to do the hand. I need to do the hand. That's what I need to do.
And so, let it be a story apropos.
Where is my model reference? Okay, so we're having a hand a bit to the side. Really, you're not going to see much in the way of fingers here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to shake this out.
Notes from the Underground by Fyodor Dostoevsky.
Yeah, no. Crabby hands. Crab people! Oh, she's a crab person, confirmed. Crab people. Crab people! Crab people.
Apropos of the wet snow. When from dark errors subjugated, words of passionate exhortation had wrenched thy fainting spirit free, and writhing prone in thine affliction, thou didst recall with malediction the vice that had encompassed thee. And when thy slumbering conscience, fretting by recollection's torturing flame... I'm
trying to think how... Because again, this is one of those things... Hands especially, when it comes to pixel art. Hands are especially... Because not just like hands. It's weird. Because in some cases you can cheat it, and hands are actually easier in pixel art. In other ways, you kind of have to get really creative, because you're not actually getting every single finger. At least at this resolution, you're not. In higher resolutions, yes. You're just doing a basic hand. But in lower resolutions, you're trying to get the overall shape of the hand. You know, like, if this hand's to the side...
My life was even then gloom.
I'm not gonna... In normal drawing, if I'm looking at my hand right now, I can see my pinky. My ring finger's a little bit bent higher than it. My middle finger is almost perfectly lined up with the ring finger. And then my pointing finger is almost pointing straight, so it kind of pokes out amongst them. Whereas here, in the pixel art, what I'm thinking is we just kind of get the curve of the, you know, the way the pinky's gonna be. Maybe do a little bump. Like right there.
I sometimes wonder that nobody except me fancied that he was...
Then there's a gap between the thumb and the actual hand.
One of the clerks had a most repulsive, pock-marked face.
Actually could.
Positively villainous. I believe I should not have dared to look at anyone with such an unsightly countenance. Another one had such a very dirty old uniform that there was an unpleasant odor.
And I probably need to bring the hand up a little bit. It's a little lanky.
One of these gentlemen showed the slightest self-consciousness, either about their clothes or their countenance or their character in any way.
Actually, the thumb should be back a bit more because it's on the other side of the hand. It's not in the front. So I only have this color because I don't want to blend with the leg right now. Here's what I'll do. Let's go ahead and we'll just grab this orange here. Yeah, sure, that's kind of in the back.
It is clear to me now that owing to my unbounded vanity into the high...
Oh, let me think about this. If I'm looking at... Yeah, so this thumb will be in on the inner side, not the outer side.
Verged on loathing. And so I inwardly attributed this...
Then maybe bring this part of the thumb up a little bit to kind of...
my face, for instance. I thought it
bring that.
and even suspected that there was something base in my expression. And so every day when I turned up at the office, I tried to behave as independently as possible and to assume a lofty expression so that I might not be suspected.
I think we'll just kind of stick with that. Maybe I have to delete that part there.
My face may be ugly, I thought, but let it be lofty, expressive, and above all, extremely intelligent. But
that's probably as good as we get to the hand. I just need to adjust so that the arms don't look so goddamn lanky. This is why it looks strange to me. Maybe I need to make them thinner, because the arms of this character are very thin.
I thought it actually stupid, and I would have been quite satisfied if I could have looked intelligent. In fact, I would even have put up with looking base if, at the same time, my face could have been thought strikingly intelligent. Of course, I hated my fellow clerks, one and all.
Okay, that looks a little better. I mean, obviously I have to mess with the hand with coloring, because the semi-direct style, I think, I don't know if it was unique at the time or not, probably not, but it didn't use outlines. It did use outlines like, you know, like right here, where the cloak, the white of this cloak would touch the white of the inner cloak, they put the purple outline here. But they use the purple because it's not actually the purple, it's blended in, or it blends in because it matches the rest of the style.
himself at
So you do the same for skin here. And if I look at Ashley right now on the reference sheet, where there is the image where her
almost every time.
upper leg touches each other, they would blend in color, so they just put a little slightly darker line there.
So-and-so's looking
So like right here, I would put a darker line. Definitely around here in the hand, with the way I'm doing this, it's gonna get a big clusterfuck. This will be a clusterfuck.
sickly dress
That is the problem with doing no borders, is things start blending.
for the conventional and everything external.
Actually, we can go do this right now.
Common rut. And
Oh, let me do one more thing. Let's just get it's very simple, or should be simple.
But how could I live up to it? I was morbidly sensitive, as a man of our age should be. They were all stupid, and as like one another as so many.
Actually, I'd probably hide the arm for this part.
Perhaps I was the only one in the office who fancied that I was a coward and slave, and I fancied it just because I was more highly developed. But it was not only that I fancied it. It really was so. I was a coward and a slave. And I say this without the slightest embarrassment. Every decent man of our age must be a coward and a slave. That is his normal condition. Of that,
That's not really how the torso is. Whatever. Not going to see that part anyway, because they're obviously hiding it.
Constructed to that very end, and not only at the present time.
Oh, I can actually kind of see the curve of the back now, which is kind of the goal of it. You want to see the curve of the back. It's a little exaggerated. I mean, it's a cartoon. It's a style. But I do like that. I think we should be good. Do I want to do anything with the other arm? Because the other arm's actually like in the back over here, behind the body. It's kind of like
He would show the white feather
somewhere around here. So you don't really see it, but it does kind of get a little confusing right here, I suppose. Maybe if I...
And they only till they are pushed up to the wall.
Like, I could if I wanted to do maybe, I don't know, maybe she's waving or something, I don't know. I don't know. I can do it later, though, because it's kind of on its own. It's not really touching any other part of the piece. I can do it later if I want to. So we'll just do the rest of the piece, and we'll do that later.
And I was unlike anyone else.
So let's see here.
I am alone. They are everything,
Oh.
I thought, and pondered.
Into that.
From that, it is evident.
This, actually, let me just grab the colors from the character themselves and use those instead of using a random color palette.
It was loathsome sometimes.
What I might want to do with this piece...
Reached such a point that I often came home ill. But all at once, apropos.
Alright, I want to listen to this another time. For now... Let's just get some other stuff. No, because I'm listening to that audiobook because I want to use it and it is helping. Like, sure, it didn't seem like, but no, I was listening to that. No, Notes of the Other Guy. It's a simple version. It's about a guy who's a highly, I use quotations, intellectual. Who's basically hold himself up. He's basically hold himself up in a room far away from society. And he's so abstracting and intellectualizing everything that he basically can no longer relate to other human beings. That's the simple. There's a lot more. It's very deep. Dostoevsky is always fucking deep, but there's a lot more to it. But essentially, the reason why I'm listening to it is because I want to make a game. I don't know exactly how I want to do it, but there's a certain characterization I'm kind of looking on for the main character that I'm trying to sort out. I don't know how, because the problem is I never know if I want to, I'm always worried about when I'm looking at a game. If it's a story-heavy game, I'm worried about if it gets to a point where it may well not even be a video game, may as well be like a visual novel or a book. I don't want that. I want players to actually interact. What I'm trying to aim for is I'm trying to aim for a game that actually takes advantage of certain aspects of just being human. Just the way people play. Think about how Undertale does it. Undertale, you play a game, you expect, okay, I gotta kill monsters, level up, and shit like that. And it turns out if you do that, you can get the genocide ending, or something horrible like that happens. It's not in that terms of video games, it's that in terms of people and how they act in general, not just video games specifically. I want to put things before players, and statistically speaking, players are most likely to pick this one thing over all the other options. Not because I hide it, I mean, maybe some things will be hidden, but not necessarily because I hard hide it, but because that's just what people assume and tend to drift towards. Because I'd like a game that makes a player actually reflect upon themselves, but that's a whole other thing, which is why I'm listening to Dostoevsky. Because he goes very fucking deep into the human psyche, he really does. Anyways, let's just get some music. Some just typical lo-fi bullshit. Oh, let's do this one. I don't really listen to this one. There we go. But no, it's actually starting to turn out better now. Still some things to work on, but no, it's actually starting out okay now. Let me get this color. We got the color. Alright, so... Is this her actual color? I'm pretty sure it is, but let me just double check. Because I know Jack, like, his is a lot brighter, and I presume they would... I would presume they would use the same skin color for them. So I just want to make sure. Yeah, seems like it. Yeah, seems about it. Yeah, okay, just making sure. Double check. Yeah, so we'll keep this one. All right, let me grab. There is a. I do have the darker version. If I can snag it, I don't know if I can snag it or not. Or the in-betweens. Okay, like right here. The in-between's supposed to measure the outer part, so it's well, actually, it doesn't really matter. We just put it here and it'll measure. No, it's blended with it, so we'll put it right here. It should be blended with it. There we go. We can take this and just color that part. We're about the feet later. The feet are very triangular. Or at least the boots she wears. They might come out a little bit if she's not wearing the boots. They won't be like perfect, like literally they're a sharp angle. Like I'm talking like their style is like her feet are like literally triangles, like this. So we'll see how that goes. All right, let's now we need to work on. Oh shit, did I? All right, so we have to do that. Come up here. We do have to do this. That right there, at least. Although it's kind of weird when I don't have it for the entire arm. It is very weird. Yeah, that looks very off. How about let's do this? Let's do this instead. All we'll do is we'll just do that, and that will bring out the rest of the arm. There we go. Perfect. Looks just fine. Not really too much else to worry about. Like I mean, if I really want, you don't have the style would not have this, but if I really wanted to, I could just do like, you know, you got a little shoulder blade there. Really not much. There's not really much like anatomical details up here that are necessary. We're here. If I wanted to, I'd bring the booty out a little bit. If I wanted to. All right, let's work on the feet because let me see. I don't know. Are there any where she's not wearing boots? I hope not, because it makes it a lot easier if I just keep. Wait, no. She'll be wearing the boots. So never mind. Yeah, she'll be wearing the boots. So we'll just do that then. Let's go to clothes. I'll get the color for the little glove thing later. Worry about that later. Let's see. So let's see. The back of her leg is around like this, roughly speaking. We're being pretty rough with it. So, and the reason why I need to know that is because I should probably put this in measure and not. We can delete the rest of this measure. Let me delete that. Oh, not that. Delete the measure. Yeah. Then we'll measure this one. That way it doesn't interfere with anything. So it's kind of like this, roughly speaking. The reason why I need to know this is so I know where the boots kind of bend. I presume in the back it's also a crease, like it's a boot where it's just like, you know, you got your little crease here, comes down, they got your feetsies, you know, and I presume it's like this little crease on the top is going to be on both sides, so. And I probably will have to adjust this part of the leg. Matter of fact, actually I will. Let me turn off the measure real quick. We need to push this thicker part a little higher. This needs to be pushed higher. So let's just like thin it out here. And what we're going to do is we're going to then bring it up here. Especially on this side right there, at least for this leg. There we go. Let's go right there. Maybe boop boop. No, just one. No, two. Bring this down a little bit. There we go. Then we'll do the same over here. Just thin the entire thing, even it out a little. Then we'll just bring it up here. This one's kind of even. It's not exactly facing towards the viewer. Just a little bit there, a little bit there. Let me thin that a little bit. That's probably the best I'm gonna do there. Does this need to be brought up? No, it should be good there. So let's go to clothes. Let's start adding the boots. So let's see. They ended about. It's weird because on one of the legs it looks like it ends at the knee, and then the other one looks like it, even though you think they'd be symmetrical. Whatever. I'm just gonna make them symmetrical. So we'll end them about like right here, not exactly at the knee, but we'll do like just below the knee. So let me get rid of that. So it'll be like this, and then we come sharp up here. I will adjust that. Let me just get the cold color in real quick, and then we will worry about the details here. Alright, so then here... Well, actually, because the point would be here, and then we'll start descending a bit. So let's kind of adjust for that. Ah, damn. I'll come back to that side. Let's just get the other blue real quick. I'll come back to it. Actually, also, this needs to be lowered, but we'll worry about that in a minute. So if the knees are like right there, then it ends around here. The back is like there, so the bottom part's like right here. We'll have to make adjustments. And these are very tight, like, wrappings. They're not, like, exactly boots. They're just, like, plant wrapping fibers that they just wrap together. And we will be shaping the feet as well. I'm more worried just, like, the upper parts of the boots first is what I'm worried about. And obviously we'll have to fix this hand here as well, which, actually, I think I'll just do that. It's kind of like, let's kind of just, like, get the hand going here a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I'll have to play around with that a little bit, probably. Also, that hand should not be like this. This should be the front. So let's kind of like just color that out. Actually, we should probably flip these. Let's flip these colors around a little bit. It's just hard because we have this. So let's, maybe if we just bring that out a little. Or what if we make this color and then we switch the leg color? I doubt it's gonna look good, but let's. Yeah, I want to work with that. Also, this hand might want to come up more. I don't know. I'll have to play around with it here in a minute. It also seems that because of this here, I'm gonna move this over on the leg instead of the hand. I want to work with the shape a little bit. Yeah, I want, like up here, I want to work with the shape. We'll come back to that. Let's see. So the feet. Well, because they're just flat out triangles, we can actually sharpen them even more. And what I'm gonna do is we're going to bend this part here, because we're a very abstract part of it, so we can just fuck around with it. We don't have to worry about it being... It's such a simple shape, we don't have to worry about being out of pixel or anything. Actually, don't even do that, just fucking delete it and I'll just redraw it. Like here, and then just like sharpen it, kind of like how it is there. Actually, no, we need to fix this, because it seems to be pointing that way. So let's, like a sharp thing right there. There we go. Let me get a dog just kind of show the delineation here. Like around here. No, it should be a little... The boot should probably cover more than the foot does. Alright, and then this one... This definitely needs to be fixed. It's a little wonky. Yeah, this one's way wonkier. I was going to delete the entire foot on beneath it, because I don't really need it anymore. This one's a little more to the side. It's kind of like that. Kind of want to bring out there. This one needs some working on. Let me shorten it back a little. No, maybe I need to bring the... Yeah, that's what it is. I need to bring the ball of the foot over a little bit more, like right there. Something like that, and then the twist would be around... there, maybe? Yeah, this one looks fine. I could definitely work with this shape. I just need to bring it out a little more. Okay, I can work with that. I can work with that. Maybe extra colors here. Damn it, I didn't do it right. Hold on. That arm looks so weird to me. I want to work with that. Anyways, it looks lanky. I guess it's skinny, yes, but it looks like lanky as fuck. Like, absurdly so. I felt what's wrong with it. I mean, I could maybe add more. I don't really want to add too much realistic detail because literally the character's arms is just, okay, here's your arm. Here's your next part of your arm. Like that. There you go. You have her arm. It's not hard. It just looks weird in pixel art form like this. Because I keep thinking like her torso is like too tall. Like the torso needs to be squashed down a little bit more. Like I could try it and see what it looks like. So yeah, we'll give it a shot. It's like 2 pixels or something. Maybe that'll help it. Let's see. Actually, yeah, I do like that a little better. I do like that a little better. Right here. There we go. Squash it down a bit. Alright, it's looking a lot better. It's definitely looking a lot better. Alright, let's look at the little, work on the little leaf things here. Oops, Sassy Fairy. No, this is actually from Samurai Jack, or at least I'm working on it. It's not quite there just yet. But hello, turtles. It is sassy, though. Always sassy, always. How are you, turtles? How are we? Look at the lovely turtles. Turtles is very lovely. Did I ever tell you that, turtles? You are lovely. There you go, you now know. How are you, turtles? Welcome to hell. See, I tell Talix that he's Talix. I'm not giving him any comments beyond that. He's Talix. Because he's Talix. Okay, been under weather, but just got home from work, otherwise alright. That's good. That's good to hear, turtles. Let's see. Alright, so I need to grab this other color. Put these in. Talix is currently unconscious. You should totally draw mustaches on his face right now with marker. Get a marker, give him a mustache. Make a mustache boy. Now I need this darker color. Need to kind of like bring it out a little bit. Very simple eye style. We're not going too crazy with this. Just something very simple. I don't like how that one came out. Also, let's probably make this fatter on this side because of how that is. I'm liking this, like, it's very simple design, it's not too crazy, but I'm actually liking this the leaves. It's very simple design. Like, that's why I'm doing this art piece, because I want to study more, like, simple art style. Like, sure, I had to take some liberties up here because I didn't have room for the face, and such like that, and, you know, liberties. But, but no, I like learning the simpler art styles, because you can take the simpler art styles and apply them to your art very easily. Like, very easily. Just checking out, leave a look. Alright, Toodles, Turtles, thanks for looking. Always good to see you here. But no. Less is more, yes. You especially learn it in, like, when you learn about negative space in art. Because in art, you get the urge to, like, okay, there's an empty space, I have to have something there. No, you actually don't. You don't always have to have something there. I just want to bring this one over. One. There we go. Alright, I'm going to do the boots. Let me just grab this color to just color them in blankly. Not that, what the fuck, go away. Alright, this one has a bit more challenging pattern. Now here's what I can do with it. So it's just a bunch of wrappings, but they have little diamonds. Not exactly, it's not always exactly diamonds. You kind of got to play with it a little bit. But let's see what we can do. So maybe we could do like a diamond here. Like that. So all throughout this back of this shin, we'll just do little diamonds. I want to bring this over here a little more. Actually, no, better idea would be to... So it takes a little longer, but it'll make a little more sense. Let's just color all this color. And we'll take the other color. And we'll just do like the actual wrappings themselves. The wrappings start up here, so let's kind of just follow along here. So we need to, probably need this here. We're just gonna spitball it. Actually, no, don't do that, don't do that. There we go. We'll just do it down here too. Make sure I have some space in it. Maybe a little thinner than that, like 1 pixel thinner than this. Oh, let's make it 1, 2, 3, maybe like 3. Let's make it aim like 3 or 4 pixels thick. That's what we'll aim for. So actually, let me undo all this so I can actually count it properly for this top part. So it's 1, 2, 3. There we go. Then we'll leave a space about, let's leave about 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we start here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Do there. It's a little complicated. We'll come back. We'll come to the foot. Foot's a little different. Then we do here. I'll leave that right there. But we do 1, 2, 3. We do 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll start like right here. Actually, hold on. You know what I should do? Hold on. Before I do that, let's take this, because there's a darker part to the wrappings, if I can get it. It's a little hard to get the color, though. A little hard to get the color. Okay, we got it. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to highlight this part of the wrapping that touches the dark part. Then we are going to take the other side and do the other side. So like right here, do this here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So like right here probably. And then on here. And that should be good there. We'll do like that. There we go. Alright, so now we have to work on the foot. Now the foot itself, we're using the wrappings. What we're going to do is we're trying to use the wrappings to kind of define the shape of the foot. Now, in the actual character, it is basically a big fucking triangle, so it's not that hard. However, here, I'm going to do a little bit. I'm not going to do crazy with it. Because, you know, like, you got the balded foot here. So I'm going to do, like, a wrapping that kind of comes, like, oh, at the arch of the foot. Right there. And maybe, like, and let's do the highlight here that we had, which actually is interesting because we can bring that out. And then we can do another wrapping like on the upper part of the ball of the foot. Like there. And maybe do like a little thing where it's like one like right here at the actual toe. There we go. Alright, and then there we go. That one's fine. We're good there. Do the same over here. So what we're going to do, and we'll have the left side come over on this one. So let's color it all. It's dark color. Matter of fact, I'm just going to cut this one out because we don't really need that. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hold on. Actually, hold on. I might have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, and then we get the other color. We just cover up all the... Don't want to go too crazy with this down here. We kind of want to make sure that ends. We just do the other side. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And I guess we'll just, we'll kind of eyeball it a bit. We're not really going to count too much. We're just going to eyeball it a little. There we go. We kind of eyeball here. Here we can do like... What's it here? There we go. That works. All right, so you got the boots. Maybe maybe we delete that one there. Delete that over there, probably. No. Like right there. Actually, this here should be like right there. Something like that. Hold on, let me see. Good enough. Alright, so... Let's see. Alright, so what is cleaned up? The hand is not very well defined here. So I might have to do something outside of style to kind of bring this hand out. I could just like angle the hand if I wanted to, and that would get it out of here, although it's a little hard because I already did the hand itself, which... If you do hands in Pixel, you basically cannot rotate them, like ever. You rotate them, it's done. So you really can't. If I just delete this piece there. What if I maybe thin the hand a little bit? Yeah, hello Garlic. How are we, Garlic? Welcome to hell. How are we? Welcome to hell. How are you, Garlic? Alright, so let's go back to the head. Let's just remove the fucking eyebrows. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do the eyebrows. So what we'll do is we'll just take these. What brings you here, Garlic? We'll just like do that. What are you doing here, Garlic, over on YouTube? Now, I think what's really throwing me off here is the desire to do shading when the style does not do any shading at all. Oh, there is one thing we're forgetting, though. I almost forgot about this. It's easy. There's two things easy to miss, actually. Oh God, I just realized that they're annoying too. Okay. Well, actually, no. We might be okay in color. Hold on. We might be okay with color. Hold on. So we need this color. We need to come up here to the arm. Be like an armband. About where the elbow is. Alright, so we kind of do the exact same wrapping style we had with the other one. Yeah, although it's a lot thinner though, so... So we'll just do like one. So we got this here. We'll do like... Maybe do 2 pixels each. No, 2 pixels. Alright, we got that. Then let's go grab this. I kind of want to cut off this part here as well. There we go. Alright, so we got her on there. She does have a little necklace thing. I don't know if it's only in the front or also in the back. Let me check. Let me find some references real quick. Because I need to see Ashi from the back. Okay, so it is a necklace, so we do have to do that. Okay, so it goes all the way around. We do have to add a little necklace. Not too much should be shown. Just like that. It's not really anything too big there. We'll keep it like that. Alright, and then the other thing we need is there's a little like feathery thing that comes out. It would in this case actually block her face, but I don't want it to block her face, so I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. Probably not. I need a better Audio because I need to see what the texture exactly is for her body. Oh, go away, shoo. How's this? Let me see, where is there texturing? Okay, so it's almost like a little, like fish scales kind of texturing with the leaves. Okay, so we do have to texture this a little bit. Should be a pretty simple texture, actually. Actually, I should start from the top, not the bottom. Yeah, start from the top. Let me see. See, Oop. Oop. We go over here. Bop, bop, bop. Alright. Alright, so we got that there. I think it probably needs to be something a bit more subtle color. Let's kind of like darken it. I mean, if we just darken it a little bit, maybe that'll help. Maybe not that dark. Maybe like over there. Actually, no, it's brighter actually. So let's go here and make it a little brighter. There we go. That's much better. Alright, then we'll go in here, get the bot. Little bit. No, not like that. It's a little too sharp. I think it's really all we can. I don't think we can do anything there. No, I don't think we can. It's a little too... It's blocked off. Now, I could go in here and start doing shading. I don't want to because I wanted to keep with the simplistic style. I do hate that the head looks way too pixelated compared to the rest of the body. Maybe if I make this not solid black and turn it to a blue. First, let me do the original color, which is just gonna be black pretty much. Yeah, it's really just black. So let's do like a dark blue, because dark blue is actually pretty good because you can do a black without being exactly black. I'll keep the eyes can stay black though. The eyes can stay black. We can keep the eyes and the eyelashes can stay black. Let's think here. We could do, if we want to add detail, we could add the little back of the chins here. Like around, it's not exact. Maybe if we do like something like that. It's about as good as it's gonna get. Then we do the same here. There we go. What if we do it on the leg instead of the hand? I'm curious how this is going to turn out. Well, the thing is you have the back of the hand too, so you kind of have to do it like that. It's the arm and the head that kind of screws it. Everything else is okay. It's mainly the arm and the head. Now, if I wanted to, again, I could shade this. Like, this could be shaded and it would bring things out. But again, it wouldn't be sticking with the style. How about this? Let's make a new layer we'll call shade, and I can just turn it off if I don't want it. We'll do it like that. It'll be a little easier. So let's see here. I'm just doing very loose shade. I'm not doing anything really fancy or anything. Kind of shading right here. A little bit there. It kind of conflicts with the... Or the fuck you would call that in the body. Maybe right here, just to get a little bit of outline there. Now, if we want to go fancy shading, we'd have to have like set up a light source to where. Right here. Actually, you know what? We could do. We can get the hand out a bit. Actually, the thinner arm actually looks better, in my opinion. Let me thin this out a little bit more. Yeah, that helps out a little bit. Maybe like too thick. There we go. Alright, anyways, now we're about shading like the feet. Like if we were to shade this, I'd probably like, you know, maybe just bring the ball of the foot out a little bit more and that's about it. I don't really need too much there. You could bring the bottom as well if you really wanted to. Actually, this will be highlighted, not... This won't be highlighted. This one, because it's literally a ball. It's a ball of the foot. So we do like there, we do a little bit here. We grab this, we go up this way. Not really paying attention to how I'm doing it though. It's still a little bit more extreme. Maybe not, maybe not. Which way does this go anyway? Let's see, doop. Oop. Kind of bounces all over the place, so let's yeah, I can't do that. That looks like it's blending with the wrappings too much. So let's go a little more extreme, maybe. And now, okay, so the one we definitely need to shade if we are going to shade, also let me get right here, is the face. Because the face is very flat. That's the problem with doing this. The face gets very flat. We do need to do the face. But I'm not exactly sure how we need to do this. Actually, you know what? A basic little thing like that would probably be just enough. Like, just a basic little border here would probably be just enough. Maybe do the hair a little bit. Like, you know, border the hair, because you'll get shadows and such. Maybe, would a highlight help here? I mean, could we highlight the nose? No. Yeah, highlight would definitely help here in some way. I don't know exactly how we want to do it, though. Try highlight up here. Oh, let's go this way. Okay, I think that helps. I think that definitely helps a little bit. And then we then highlight the hair as much. Again, the style doesn't do this, but it will help, because the big problem why this is a problem up here is because there's so much black that it all blends together, and it pisses me off personally. So we are going to bring this out a little more. So let's go over here. Let's see here. How do we want to do this exactly? No, I'm not going too I don't want to go too fancy with the highlighting and such. I just kind of want to get the bare minimum of what is going on with this hair. That's all I want. Let me just get the tips a little bit. We do need a way to bring out the... Actually, could we just move that in there? There we go. Then we can bring this tip out a little bit more. It's not much, but it is a thing. Actually, no, let's exaggerate this a little more. This needs to be exaggerated a little more. There we go. But it's a little easier to kind of tell the difference between the hair and the rest. As for the eyes, I mean, the eyes are just black. I don't know if I want to do anything extra with the eyes or not. Let's make sure there's absolute black. Yeah, they're absolute black, so we don't really want to do much there. I could, sometimes you can kind of do this. Kind of break that out a little more. Okay, there we go. We got the face. The face is working a bit. Now, if I don't want to go too fancy with the shadings. If we get too fancy with it, then the face is going to look all fancy while the rest of the body is very flat. I'm a little worried about. Says eyes, I just keep fucking doing it anyway. I think we're good. Maybe add a little color to this so this isn't too flat. Just be a bit more vibrant. No, go to the extreme. Always go to the extreme when you want to make things pop out. Doesn't really pop out as much. Let me darken this a little bit more. And actually, you know what we can do? We can come down here, these little parts of the... That doesn't really pop out as much. Nah, no, we can't really do that. Now, I couldn't be more specific with this. Like, obviously, like right here, maybe we can do highlights instead of shade. I mean, it's not actually accurate to actual shading, by the way, if anybody's wondering. It really isn't. But it still works though. Like, it still looks good, even though it's not exact. I could do exact if I really wanted to, though. If I really want to, I could do that, but we don't have to do that. Do that, kind of like bring out the sides here a little more. Now, if we want, we could go here, bring this up a little bit. It's kind of just, we're gonna do it like almost a border, Oh wait, I forgot something. I did not do the wrappings properly. I did not do this here. Actually, that does not need to be, why is this here? I have no idea what that is. I gotta fix this pattern. I don't know why that's there. Anyways. No, that's the wrong one. We were drawing, what was the name? Ashi from Samurai Jack. That's what we were drawing. I'm just doing some very basic shading stuff here now. Nothing fancy. It's not like exactly accurate or anything. Actually, this needs to be out a bit more. So that's why the arm looked weird. I knew it would look weird. It didn't have the shape out properly. Maybe need to thin it on this side a bit more. Let me see here. If I just took the entire hand here. Let's push it over one. No, that's terrible. Maybe if I took the top part and pushed it over one, maybe that'll help a bit. No. No, that's unfortunate. The hand looks very fat to me. The only thing I can really do maybe is just like do a little crease there so you kind of know there. It's kind of hard. It's difficult to do the hand here. Also, I did the highlights here completely wrong because the way I'm doing the shading, the light should be like around here. Just a little bit like right here, just a little bit, not too much. There we go. There we go. Let's see what else needs to be done. Well, we need to do the skirt part here. Exaggerate, always exaggerate, go to the extreme here. And actually, we have a good opportunity to really bring these out, actually. What we'll do is we will take this and kind of just trace out. There we go. Bring out this other leaf here. Actually, if we want to go fancy with it, what we can do, get out a dark one here, always exaggerate. Just kind of bring the dark out over here. Right there, right? And then we... Over here, what we do is we do the bright. We don't do it on this edge here, we do it right here. There we go. Let me do the dark again over here. Let's do just a slight little thing right there, but nothing too much. There we go. And we can, if we really want to, we could go up here. I don't want to exaggerate too much, because I don't want too much emphasis on this side. I don't really see much on this side. I don't want too much emphasis here. Yeah, the only thing missing is I didn't do the little flower thing that comes off her shoulder, because I didn't want to block the face. I could put it up here if I bent it this way instead. Like, just make it bend down. So I could do that. If I do that, I'll do that last. We'll get that sorted last. Let's see. Let's do our other arm. Because I don't know if the arm would be back here or not, so it's kind of like... We'll just bring it out like right here. We're not doing anything too fancy with it. It is too thick over here. Maybe bring it in a little more over this way. My eyeball kind of wants me to bring it up, so I'm going to bring it up a little bit. Or actually even straighten it over this way a little. Taking it out like 1 pixel. It's 3 pixels wide. You can grab some things here, because there's really not much to it, it's just the arm itself. Actually, she does have a green band right here, so we can kind of go ahead and do that. And we're not really going to bother with too big of a pattern here, we're just going to just eyeball it. There we go, that works. We kind of want to shallow out the shoulder here. This hand looks so fucking weird. I don't know what it is with that hand. So the rest of this place looks pretty good. Not too much to really add to it. Oh wait, hold on, there's one little thing we need to add. Part of the neck here. I need to figure out the hand here. This hand is a little off. Looks like it just has a crab hand. What if I just like flatten it out a little bit and just have it be like this? Or maybe I could, I really don't know how to bring the thumb out without it looking weird. Because the thumb's on the other side, it's not facing the viewer, it's on the other, it's facing their inner side. Maybe if I bring the thumb up one, maybe that'll help. No, it doesn't really help. I don't want it too bright. We've made the entire thumb dark. Or maybe the thumb's not even in the right position. Thumb should be like right here. Or maybe like right here. And the hand like around here. Okay, I see a little bit there. Okay, so we can kind of get rid of some of the shade here. There we go, that's a little better. That's much better. To me at least, I don't know about everybody else. Let's see here. A little thin right here. Alright, anything else needs to be modified? Oh yeah, we need to add that little plant. Let's see here. I don't know how we're going to do the plant here, because I don't want it to... Again, I don't want it to cover up the... face or anything. Also, it's gonna blend. If I go straight down, it's gonna blend too much with the body. Also, maybe bring this in 1 pixel. Yeah, that works. Knock that down a few pixels. And actually, we can maybe. Let me see. I wonder if we could do this. Nah, no, we can't do that. I wonder if we can get like a little brow going. Well, I'll leave that there, because why not? Alright, so... I think I just won't do the plant, unfortunately. Because it would block too much, and it would start blending with the clothes, and I don't want to have to deal with that right now. Yeah, I think we're good here. Let's see here. Go here. Boop, boop. No. There we go. And then, yeah, no, higher up, higher up. There we go. That's how I mess with upstream. Let's see here. All right, so we're good there. I'm gonna go ahead and, oh, I need to delete this fucking thing. I'll push this over a little bit. Good enough. All right, so I think we're good. We've done Ashy with a lot of shading. The shading is not part of the style. However, I do find that with the pixel art, especially here on the face, we basically have, if we did not do the shading, this thing looks ugly. This looks as fuck without shading. But we got Ashy. The only thing is maybe I could exaggerate the shadow a bit more. Let's go ahead and export this. Alright, so I'm gonna go upload it to places real quick. We might switch over to a video game, I don't know, or I might start another art piece. Let's, give me one moment, let me just go post my art real quick. One moment. Let me see here. Do that. We got that. Let's see here, more post. Got that. Let's see here. Let me see here, more stuff. Let's see here, one more, boop. Do boop. Boop. One moment, everybody, while I get these things posted. Boop. Let's see, boop. Still a little on the stiff side, I would say. Like, I sure as hell would not want to animate this, that's for sure. Let's see. Where is... Alrighty, so we got that going. I think we got those uploaded. I need to post on other places as well. Give me one moment. Let's see here. I'll upload to other sites later after stream. Right now, I just posted on a bunch of Discords. Alrighty, so... Chug the bean juice. Alright, do I want to do another piece, or do I want to... I just want to appreciate this piece for a minute. Give me one moment. Let me just... see if there's anything off, what I could improve. Oh, I did not shade this part. Shit. Fuck. Oh well. And also I could have shaded this here, but I'm not too worried about that right there. This part here could be shaded, but whatever. What you're really trying to do is you're trying to bring out the shape of everything here. Like, it would curve, like this is the flat of the back, then like around here it'd start curving to your side. And the shading's not reasonable, like over here, this would not be highlights, these would be shadows. Like, in most cases, well no, aside from the hair up here, it does seem like it's coming a bit from the bottom. Also, I did highlight here that, like, these highlights and shades make no sense, is what I'm saying. At least from the direction. At least if it's only one light source. Could be multiple light sources, though. But I'm not worried about that. I just wanted to bring the shapes out. I'm not really too worried about anything beyond that. And obviously, I didn't shade the bottom parts here. They're still a bit flat, but... again, that's not the point. That's not entirely the point of this piece. The piece was to work on a simple style. The style is still simple. Like, especially like the torso here is very simple because it's, you know, it's a little, like a little noodle, you know, which normally I would take forever trying to do a torso for some reason. And this one's just, you know, that's where the breast is just boop, boop, and you're done. No side note though, I do find, while the waist, generally speaking, any character can be annoying to get proportionately correct, body I find very easy. Body's very easy. Legs here, the other thing with the legs is that they are also very simple. Legs I find in general is mainly getting the length down more than anything else. Once you get the length, the rest is easier. It's still challenging, but easier. You know, because you have the thighs a little thicker, then you do a little bump of the muscle for the shins and stuff, and if you're doing that. And we have a little crease here, because if you look at the back of your legs, you got the little tendons that are attaching your legs. So you got there. There are maybe a few other things. Obviously, the like if this top was not here, you would obviously have like the back of the spine, or you would have there's a few creases in the back and stuff like that. Not too hard though. It's really not that difficult. But no, that's about it. We got Nashi. Nashi's done now. I don't know what I want to do now. I'm a bit stuck. I'm a bit stuck. I could go for spread some freedom. You know, there are some places that need to be liberated. You know. I could do Dead by Daylight. I could do Smite. We'll be right back. We'll take a short break, and while I think about what I want to do next. So we'll be right back. Booped it. They booped the snoot. They booped. Ooh. Yes, booped the snoot. Yes, I'm good. That's good. We booped. They booped it. They booped. They booped the snoot. I am confused. I am confused and delighted at the same time. I don't understand. I don't understand. Usually I bite their hands off when they try to do this, but... what's going on? I feel violated and pleasured at the same time. My snoot is pleased.
Knocking on my door. Oh shit! Oh my god!
Well then.
That scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, you.
I did it. See, Jugger, you happy now? What the fuck? Jugger, I swear to God, Jugger, I swear to God, if you kill me with this. If you kill me with this, Jugger, I'm gonna murder you. You're going on the hook forever. be hilarious sometimes. Call them sucky lips. You know, like succubi, like, you know, succubus. But, you know, they kiss you and it, you know, rips your freaking lips off because it's, you know, like, octopi pads. But super sticky. Yeah, that's why we call them sucky lips. Succulents, succulents. There's a lot of different ways you can play with the word succubus. Candy, candy. Ice cream, or ice cream. Ice cream for ice cream, yes. Not drugs, ice cream. I scream for it. See, I eat the ice cream. Unfortunately, I can't get too loud right now. But if I could, I would be screaming right now, and I'm trying to resist it so much. Anyways. But okay, I did so much drugs that my game crashed. That's a lot of drugs. Fire. There we go. Yes. Yes, into fire. Burn. Burn all of you. Burn. Into fire. It's okay, there's plenty of room in fire. Get in there. My usual duty in hell. The firekeeper. Vassago. Firekeeper of pain. Yes. Burn all the books. Warm fire, yes.
Also remember that Wesker has big radius.
Well, I literally see him. Go see, not that way! Come on, I had 2 people, nobody wants to play. Nobody wants my chest. Nobody wants Bubba's chest. Bubba's chest is unloved. Bubba's chest is unloved. Unloved chest. The very sad chest, look at him. He's very sad. He's untouched, unloved, except by me. I do give some breads from my chest. I love you, chest. I really do.
Enemies. Because if I take a hit, it's because I have no medkits and out of resets, and I want to just not have to fuck with that code again. We finally got this, yes! Oh shit, no! Son of... Are you fucking kidding me? I can't pick up.
Yummy drugs. They make me feel good and wanted with drugs. Drugs are my family. Meanwhile, they wreck family. It's an oxymoron. You're not drugs. I don't love you. What's I going? I forgot what I was doing. Probably the drugs. Both doing the drugs and because of the drugs.
Definitely hit him.
Alrighty, so we are back. I have decided... We sort of were chatting, actually. I have decided that I'm just going to in-stream here. I might stream again later tonight, but I'm going to in-stream right here. But, 2 rules, thanks for watching. We got art done.